Today's tip is it's good to be dense. Most dietary guidelines encourage us to eat plenty of nutrient-dense foods to maintain a healthy weight, reduce our risk of disease, and improve our overall physical and mental health. Great, but what exactly are nutrient-dense foods? Nutrient density is another buzzword that can be thrown around so often in the health and fitness space that it can kind of lose its meaning. So today I'm going to talk about what nutrient density actually means, what foods fall under this category, and give you a few easy ways to get a little more dense. The nutrient density of a food is the ratio between the amount of nutrients like vitamins, minerals, complex carbs, protein, and healthy fats versus the amount of calories it has. Foods that are nutrient dense are generally high in all of those health promoting nutrients while being lower in calories. They provide the biggest bang for your nutrient buck. For example, let's look at white bread versus whole grain bread. While both generally provide the same amount of calories per slice, whole grain bread would be considered more nutrient dense. Since whole grain bread is less refined than white bread, it's higher in fiber, vitamins, and minerals. Similarly, fresh cuts of lean meat like chicken or pork generally contain less salt, fat, and calories than the equivalent portions of processed meats such as bacon or sausages, and therefore they're considered more nutrient dense. Of course, where there's a rule, there's usually an exception. It should also be noted that some nutrient-dense foods can also be higher in calories. For example, beans, nuts, seeds, and avocado are still considered nutrient-dense even though they may be higher in calories because they contain a large amount of important nutrients. If we base our diets on foods that are high in calories but low in nutrients, we run the risk of exceeding our energy needs, taking in more calories than we burn, while not getting the benefits of key nutrients. We may be left overweight and undernourished. On the other hand, when we focus our diets on nutrient-dense foods, we lower the risk of eating too many calories, saturated fat, sugar, and salt, and are more likely to maintain a healthy weight and give our body all of the nutrients it needs to thrive. Sounds nice, right? Or you might be sitting there thinking about what you ate over the last week and thinking, that's impossible. I'm going to have to overhaul my entire diet. I do not have time for this. Well, don't freak out and delete this podcast episode just yet. Of course, I'm not going to tell you to toss out all of your favorite foods and subsist solely on carrots and kale. You don't have to spend hours in the kitchen preparing nutrient-dense dishes or prepping weeks' worth of meals at a time. Of course, if that's your happy place, then go for it. But a few additions and some simple swaps will get you there. Let's start with some examples of nutrient-dense foods. Vegetables and fruits are the obvious ones. Then there's whole grains, seafood, eggs, legumes such as beans, peas, and lentils, unsalted nuts and seeds, lean meats, and some dairy products. Here are a few easy ways to dense up your diet. You could switch from white rice to brown rice or quinoa or cauliflower rice. If completely giving up white rice sounds insane to you, try alternating between white rice and quinoa each time you cook, or mix it half and half white rice and half cauliflower rice. Instead of a big dollop of sour cream on your chili or baked potato, you could try plain, non-fat Greek yogurt. Add some chopped veggies on top of pizza, tacos, or sandwiches. If you're craving something sweet, try frozen fruit like grapes or mango. My family loves these. You could swap out mayo for hummus or a little avocado spread on your sandwich. Throw a large handful of spinach and frozen berries into your next protein shake. The bright color and taste of the berries will hide the spinach, so you won't even notice it. You could toss some walnuts on top of salads, oatmeal, and yogurt, or you can crush them with your breadcrumbs as a crust for chicken or fish. A little meal planning will also go a long way when it comes to adding more nutrient-dense foods into the weekly rotation. Check out episode 35 for more on meal planning. There are a million other ideas. These are just a few to spark some inspiration and get you on your way. It doesn't have to take a lot of work to include more nutrient-dense foods in your day, and it certainly is worth it. You'll benefit from the added fiber, vitamins, and minerals while crowding out foods that provide less nutritional value. By getting dense, you'll soon find that you feel fuller longer, have more sustained energy, and are able to maintain a healthy weight. Willpower not required. Thanks so much for listening. I'd love to hear from you, so send me your tips, questions, or feedback. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Fired Up Fitness Coaching, or email me at willpowernotrequired@firedupfitness.ca. Thanks so much. I look forward to connecting with you.